My name is Monesia Hobbs, and I am the owner of the Wordplay Firm, where I do tour management, artist management, social media strategy, branding, and a lot of writing. My background is a traditional PR background as well as a digital media background. So I have been fortunate to watch things transition throughout the years with the wave of the internet. One of the things that I have noticed with the wave of the internet is that record labels do not play the role now as they once used to. Back in the day, record labels would come and back artists. Artists needed the labels, they needed their money, they needed their teams, they needed all of those things to make them successful. Well, now many artists have found success on their own, navigating the internet space as an independent artist. And the entire industry has shifted because of it, which has been a really good thing for the artists themselves, perhaps not so much for the labels. But one of the things that has not been so good about that is that team that the label provided, that now an independent artist may not necessarily have. And one of the biggest things that I've noticed that I am here to focus on is the training that a label would provide in artist development. And by artist development, I'm meaning speech therapy, studio training, stage presence, crisis communications training, interview training, how to deal with the media, how to present yourself in public, how to dress, how to find your lane in what you're doing, how to be original, embrace yourself, as well as how to keep your public life public and your private life private. These are things that you can't just pick up if you don't know. And many artists just don't even know that it's a thing that they need to be working on. So with this particular panel, I'm hoping to give some of these artists who are coming to South by Southwest to just glean as much information as they can, to let them know, hey, you know what? These are some of the things that you should be working on as a new artist. And they can take that back home and say, you know what, let me partner with somebody who can help me develop those skills. Let somebody look at my package and let me know those areas that I'm weak in, and put me with the right people to make me as successful as possible. You hear it all the time, blogs and radio gossip groups and all sorts of things that they'll nitpick at people because they answered a question wrong on an interview, or they went out wearing the wrong thing, or they slipped up during their show, or they had a scandal and they didn't have the proper team to handle it. I want to present to artists that these are things that you should be worried about, as well as your artistry, as well as your music and your songwriting and your connections. You need to be worrying about what you look like as a package outside of the music. And that is what I hope to present, and just put this little nugget in their heads, like I said, to take back home and do some more research and connect with those people that can really help them be the best brand overall that they can be. My background started in gospel music. When I was in high school, I started attending a gospel music and arts workshop where I would see artists of all ages, songwriters, performers, musicians come together to learn from some of the gospel greats. They would bring their materials, they would perform on stage, and they would get critiqued. They would have one-on-one conversations with some of the artists who have paved the way for many R&B, soul, and jazz musicians throughout time. And they will be able to sit down with these people and get direct feedback about their songs, about their look, about their stage presence, about their attitude, just all of these things that an artist would need, like I said, to take with them, so that when they do become successful, they can maintain their humility, they can maintain their positive persona, and they know how to navigate through the spaces of success. Watching that as a young person made me realize that I really enjoy behind the scenes of the music industry. Not so much being on the stage, but definitely helping to push others who really have a passion to make this their career. So for me, I look at the artist and I say, okay, you have a love for this, you have a passion for performing, you have a great talent as a songwriter. Let's make sure that you are presenting yourself in a way that can take you to the clouds and beyond. I've been able to take my experience from the conferences, from my college career, from my own performing experiences, as well as working with artists for the last 10 years, and can now put together a package that helps new artists to become even greater in their career between their music and their presentation. And so I just want to be able to present that to the attendees at South by Southwest.